My child, I never measured your worth by money. Not once. Not when you had plenty. Not when you had little. Not when you felt ashamed of what you could not provide. I see how often you look at numbers and let them speak louder than truth. How you count your value by what you earn, what you own, what you can afford. How you feel proud when you have enough and small when you do not. You think provision defines you. You think success proves you matter. But listen to me. I never asked money to tell me who you are. I already know. I know the way you worry late at night, calculating costs and consequences, wondering if you are falling behind. I know the quiet fear that you are not enough because your bank account says so. I know how comparison steals your peace, how you look at others and assume their lives are secure because their income looks bigger than yours. But money has never been a measure of the heart. It has never been a measure of faith. It has never been a measure of love. I did not create you to be valuable only when you can produce. You are not an asset. You are a child. I see how deeply this pressure has shaped you. You learned early that being responsible meant being financially strong. That being respected meant being successful. That being safe meant never needing help. And so you push yourself harder than you should. You carry stress you were never meant to carry. You judge yourself harshly when things feel unstable. You feel embarrassed asking for support, as if needing help makes you a failure. But I never called you a failure. That word did not come from me. I see your effort. I see your integrity. I see the honest work you do even when it is unseen. I see the generosity you show even when you feel you do not have much. These things matter more to me than numbers ever could. Money is a tool, not an identity. It can help, but it cannot heal. It can provide comfort, but it cannot give peace. It can open doors, but it cannot tell you who you are. Yet you have allowed it to speak over your soul. You have allowed it to decide your confidence, your hope, your sense of belonging. And when it fluctuates, so does your peace. I want to free you from that burden. You were never meant to live under the constant weight of financial comparison. You were never meant to believe your life has less meaning because your income is smaller or your progress slower. I do not celebrate wealth the way the world does. I celebrate trust. I celebrate humility. I celebrate hearts that remain soft in a world obsessed with more. You think I bless people based on what they earn. But I bless people based on how open they are to love, to truth, to growth. I see people with much who are empty and afraid. I see people with little who are rich in compassion and peace. Do not confuse comfort with fulfillment. Do not confuse stability with purpose. Your purpose was never to chase security until you forget how to live. I know you fear the future. I know you worry about providing, about being prepared, about not becoming a burden. These fears are human. I am not angry at them, but I do not want them to rule you. Worry makes you believe you are alone in carrying tomorrow. You are not. I am already there. You think you must prove your worth before you can rest. But rest is not a reward for success. It is a necessity for the soul. I have seen you delay joy because you told yourself you would enjoy life once you were more secure. I have seen you postpone gratitude because you thought you did not deserve it yet. But life is happening now. Your breath is a gift now. Your relationships matter now. Do not let money steal the present while promising a future that may never arrive. I do not measure your worth by how much you give or how much you save. I measure it by the love you allow in your heart, by the honesty you live with, by the way you treat others when no one is watching, by the courage it takes to keep going when things feel uncertain. You are not behind because you earn less than someone else. You are not ahead because you earn more. You are simply on your path, and your path is not wrong because it looks different. I know the shame you feel when you cannot provide the way you want to. I know the frustration when your effort does not seem to pay off. I know the disappointment when prayers for provision feel unanswered. But unanswered does not mean unheard. Delay does not mean denial. I am shaping you in ways money never could. Teaching you trust. Teaching you dependence. Teaching you compassion for those who struggle. These lessons are costly, but they are not cruel. They will serve you long after numbers change. One day you may have more. One day you may have less. But through every season, your worth remains unchanged. You do not become more loved when you succeed. You do not become less loved when you struggle. My love does not rise and fall with your income. It is steady. It is faithful. It is not transactional. Lay down the belief that you must earn your place in this world. Lay down the fear that you are only as valuable as your productivity. Lay down the lie that money defines your dignity. You are already enough, not because you achieved it, but because I created you. Trust me with your needs. Work honestly. Plan wisely. But do not worship security. Do not sacrifice your soul on the altar of comparison. You were not made for that. You were made for life. And I have never and will never measure your worth by money.